Okay, today's topic is uh, dealing with Windows tabs, alerts, and iframes. Okay, uh, yesterday I pinged you on website. Hmm, what is that website? Okay, so here is a practice form. This has multiple elements so that we can practice Selenium on this page. So this is a good page. You can test or you can write automate your test on this page. So here, if you see, there is a button which on click opens a new browser window. Okay. Similarly, there is a button. If you, when we click, it opens a new uh, a tab and opens this URL in the tab. So when we test as part of web applications, we might come across these new windows and new tabs. So how to deal with these windows and tabs? Okay. So for that, there are few methods in WebDriver class which help us deal with these windows and tabs. So that is get window handle, get window handles. Okay. Mm, I'll create a new package for this. New package Windows. Okay. We'll quickly create a test inside it. So just copy this creating this. Okay. We'll remove all this. What is the URL that I want to open? This is the URL. Okay. So next thing I want to do is clicking this element. So before that, I need to locate that element. How to locate? Uh, so we'll open same in Firefox. Same URL in Firefox. Uh, this is my Firebug. Okay. So this button has ID equal to button one. So we'll locate this element. Name it this element as uh, web element browser new. So I'll name this web element as new browser button element. Here I'll do WebDriver dot find element by dot id. So id equal to button one. Now it's time to click this button dot click. So After clicking, I will wait for some time. How to wait? Using this thread dot sleep. Okay. See, in all our examples, I am using thread dot sleep for now. So tomorrow or day after tomorrow, there will be a session on weights. Okay. In that, you will use a better weights instead of this thread dot sleep. This thread dot sleep is worst case of explicit timeout. Okay. I'll explain what are implicit timeouts and explicit timeouts. Okay. So that is there. If you use timeouts, that is actually proper way of handling weights. One second, bhaiya. So here I'll wait for few seconds. So after that, what I'll do, there is a method called WebDriver dot get window handles. Okay. So this actually returns number of windows present along with their window handles. Okay, so it's like every window will have a handle. So WebDriver makes use of that handle to interact with that window. Okay, if it if it needs to interact with the second window, then it should it uses the window handle of the second window, then switches to that window and do some work on it. Okay, so let's see the example. You'll understand. Okay, so this is after click. Okay, and before click, as soon as I open the URL, I look for window handles. So this is like before click. uh, After click. Okay, okay, I should remove this. It has opened the web page. Then clicked on that button, which opened a new browser window. Okay, here see, if you see, before click there is only one window handle. After click there are two window handles. Okay, if you see, this window handle is same before and after click. That means that is parent window, and this new window handle represents the new browser window that got opened. So instead of doing this, what I will do, I will get window handles dot size. Okay, I will use this method. This prints the size. So before click, that will be 1. After click, that will be 2. So now you know how WebDriver uh, uh, okay. If you see here, so how WebDriver identifies each window, it is using the window handles. Okay, before click there was only one window, that is identified using this window handle. After click there are two windows, those two windows are identified using two window handles. Okay, so now what I will do, so before click, so we are taking the size. So see, this get window handles returns all the window handles, whereas there is another method dot get window handle. See, it's not window handles, it window handle. It returns handle of the window on which currently WebDriver has control. Okay, see, if you see this page, when we open this, so we have control of this window. Okay, when I click on this new browser window, even though new browser window gets opened, we'll still have the control of the parent window. If we want to uh, do something on the new browser window, how to do that? So using the window handle of the new browser window, switch to it, then do some action, then switch back to parent window handle. Okay, everything is done using window handles. Let's see. uh, I will, this window handle is of type string. Okay, string parent, I'll name parent window handle, that is before click. So it returns parent window handle. Okay, after click, this window handles, there are two window handles are there. How to switch to the new window? Okay, so this method shows how to switch to new window. Okay, how to do that? See, this get window handles, instead of here, what I'll do, I'll use this WebDriver dot. So this is after click. I am doing this after click. So WebDriver dot get window handles. So it returns a set of string. If you see the return type set of string, what I'll do, I'll store them in a variable or collection whose type, um, uh, which is nothing but a set of string, um, all window handles equal to. Okay, so since this method returns all window handles, I am storing them in this collection. Okay, or this set. So after click, now I can use this set instead of calling that method again. All window handles dot size. So this will print size. Now switch to new window. How to switch to new window? It's very simple. Okay, so for that I need to run a advanced for loop or for each loop. Okay, on this all window handles. So you know all window handles have two window handles after click. Okay, so what I am doing, from this all window handles, I am picking one window handle at a time and compare it with, if single window handle dot equals parent window handle. Okay, then do nothing. Else, what is the else condition? Single window handle is not equal to parent window handle. That means that is the second window handle, right? If you see the same this example here, see, this is before click, there is only one window handle. After click, there is the same window handle again plus new window handle. So now on this is nothing but stored in this set. Okay, named all window handles. Set named all. This set named all window handles has these two window handles. Now I am picking one window handle at a time and checking with the before click window handle, that is parent window handle. If both are same, that means that is not the new window, that is parent window only. If it is not same, that means it is new window. So now the same thing I am doing here. If single window handles equals parent window handle, that means, so that is parent window handle. But you need to switch to the latest window handle or new window handle. How to do that? That is the else case. Else case where single window handle is not equal with parent window handle. So here mm, there is a method called WebDriver dot switch to dot window. Okay, this is the method. Okay, this window to this window method we need to pass this window handle. Okay, simple. So if you want to, first thing is, if you want to switch to any window, this is how we need to switch. WebDriver dot switch to dot window and pass the window handle. Okay. So now you know this is my parent window and this is my child window. I'll call this child window. Okay. If I want to switch to child window, first I am retrieving its window handle. Then using that window handle, I am using this WebDriver dot switch to dot window and window handle. Okay. And switching to it. Now I have switched to my child window. How do you know whether we have switched or not? Now WebDriver dot get current URL is there. Okay, so I'll print it out. What this get current URL gives is, it gives URL that is currently open. So in the parent window handle, this is the URL, and in the child window handle, the URL is only until seleniumframework.com. Okay, here it's seleniumframework.com plus practice form. Let's see what happens. So similarly, button click, right? After click, so we'll simply put to differentiate. So here also I'll call same thing before click. I'll run this test. So it's still my parent window. Then new child window got opened. See, before click there is only one window handle, and before click the URL is practice form. See, this is, I'll close this. Okay, see, this practice form is the URL, so it printed that URL. Then after click, number of window handles now has become 2. Then what is the URL after clicking? That will be URL of the child window. That is only until framework.com. Okay. See, these two URLs are different. So this says we successfully switched to new window handle. Then since the WebDriver has control of the new window handle, whatever action that we do or whatever methods that we call on WebDriver, that act on the child window, not on the parent window. Again, if you want to switch back to parent window, how to do that? Very simple. That is, so here see, here do, do all actions you want to do in child window. Now it's time to switch back to parent window. How to switch back? See here I have saved parent window handle. I can use that handle to switch back again. WebDriver dot switch to dot window. Here I'll pass parent window handle. So this will switch again back to parent window. Okay, what I will do, switch back to parent window. Here itself, I will call a method called WebDriver dot close, not quit. Okay, I will tell the difference between WebDriver dot quit and WebDriver dot close. Okay, then I am switching back to parent window to make sure whether I have switched back to parent window or not. What I will do, I will call this method again, WebDriver dot get current URL. Okay, here okay, I'll run this. I'll run this in debug mode so that you will understand what's happening. So it first open this URL, then see as long as this loading is not completed or the web page is not completely loaded, the control is still with this line, with this code webdriver.get. Okay, once this thing is completely loaded, then the next step will get executed, that is internally handled by your Selenium WebDriver. Okay, see now I got control over the code. So because this webdriver.get, it this is actually opening this URL. Since this URL is taking some time to get loaded, it's waiting on that loading. Okay, once the loading is completed, then only I got the control, or the next line got the control. Okay, our control is passed to next line. Okay, now I am doing F6. Okay, what happened? uh, so it printed get window handles equal to 1, that is before click equal to 1. Now parent window handle. Okay, see the value of parent window handle, this is the value. Okay, now it printed get current URL. What is the current URL? Practice farm. Okay, this is the URL. Now I am locating element by ID. Okay, locating this new browser window element. Okay, now I'm clicking on that button. It has opened new window. Okay, so now I am doing after click. After click, I am calling this get window handles. So it returns two window handles. See, there are two window handles. So after click, window handle size equal to 2. Now I am running advanced for loop. See, all window handles has 2. I am creating a string variable called single window handle. Each time I am picking one value from this all window handles, storing that into this variable, then working on that value. Okay, if single window handle equals parent window handle, do nothing. So immediately jumped. Okay, because single window handle equals to parent window. Second case. See, this is else condition, because single window handle is not equal to parent window handle. That means that is child window handle. Now it's switching to that child window handle. Now it's switched to this the child window. So now if I call webdriver.any method, then it acts on this window instead of parent window, because we switch it to that window. Okay, So system out println, that is webdriver dot get current URL, that is selenium framework.com, that is this URL. Then see, I am executing webdriver dot close. Okay, so that window got closed, that browser window or that child window got closed because WebDriver has control on that child window. If I call this close method, it closes only that window. Now it's time to switch back to parent window. Okay, so now you need to do WebDriver dot switch to window parent window handle. Now we switch to this parent window. If I execute this, see, it gave me practice form, this complete URL. That means we are on this page. So now if I call webdriver.close, then this also will get closed. Okay. So we'll explain what is the difference between webdriver.close and webdriver.quit. At the end, what I'll do, I'll call webdriver.quit so that your parent window and also gets closed. So this is about how to handle with a new browser window. Now, how to handle with a new tab? It's very similar. There is no difference between handling a browser window and handling a browser tab. Okay, see here, whether the new page got opened in a new window or new tab. Okay, uh, or irrespective of whether a new page got opened in window or tab, that will get a separate window handle, like how we got a separate window handle in case of window. Okay, let me show this again to you. Here we'll try to locate this element. So we want this button, we don't want now this button now, because this opens in new browser window. We want to open new tab. So how to locate this element? uh, See, this element neither has name, neither has nor id. Okay, it doesn't have both id and name attributes, so we cannot use by id by name. So we need to go for something else. Okay, okay, here I'll use my the technique that I told you to locate using css. Okay, how to do that? So what is the element? Instead of the um, css locator given generated by firepath, I would like to come up with my own. So what is that element? This is the element. Let me go back to this html. So it has tag equal to button, on click equal to, on click attribute has new browser tab, this value. So what I'll do, I'll go to firepath, select css, tag name equal to button. Okay, and the attribute equal is on click equal to, the value of that attribute is new browser tab. Let me press enter now. See, it found one matching node. What is that node? This button. So now I use this locator. I just write my own css selector here. So here since here I'll use this css selector by dot css selector will give this value here. Okay, so now this is new in this is no more new browser button element, this is new tab button element. Okay, I am not changing renaming this variable again. We'll execute this in um, this mode only, debug mode. So first it is opening this URL. Okay, so until this page is completely loaded, the next line, the control doesn't get passed to the next line. It's taking a while to get loaded. Okay, now we got control. So execute F6. See, we have not yet clicked it. Before click WebDriver dot get window handles dot size, that is still one. Now I am getting the parent window handle, that is window handle of this tab. Get current URL, this is the URL. Okay, now it's time to click this. See, it has opened in new tab. So after click, okay, after click number of window handles is 2. See, though it's in the same window, but it's in the same window, and and there are two different tabs. So we are getting two window handles. Earlier, in case of new window, then also we got two window handles. That means irrespective of whether it's a tab or window, you will get a separate window handle. Now the same way to switch to new tab. This is parent tab. This is your child tab. Now using the switching technique, I have switched to this. Let's confirm whether we have switched successfully or not. How to do that? System out println get current URL. See, seleniumframework.com. This is the current URL, and for this is the URL. So that means since this is giving this URL, we have successfully switched to our child window. Now I am executing WebDriver.close. So after executing this, this tab should get closed. Let me execute this. See, it got closed. Now switching back to parent window. How to switch? Since you have already stored parent window handle before the click, I have switched back to parent window handle. Then printing the current URL, it has printed practice form. Okay, this it has printed this URL. Then quit. It has quit the browser. Okay. So the dealing with the tab and window is exactly same. There is no difference. So get window handles, and um, web driver dot switch to dot window handle. We need to pass a window handle. This is another method, third method that is. So now we just saw the example of how to switch to new window or tab, switching back to parent window. Okay, now what is the difference between close and quit? So close um, this close method closes or quits only that window which WebDriver has control of. Okay, quit quits all windows. Okay, all windows. Okay, see here, if you take this example. Okay, so this in this example itself I'll show. See here, I am instead of using WebDriver.close, I'll use WebDriver dot quit. Okay, let me run this in debug mode. So simple, WebDriver dot quit. If there are 10 windows open in that WebDriver instance at a time, it closes all the 10 windows. Whereas WebDriver dot close, it opens only that window which the WebDriver has control of at that instance. So close closes only single window, whereas quit opens all the windows that are open at that instance. Okay. Um, so before click one WebDriver get current URL, then clicking that element, it has opened new tab. Then after click getting window handles. After click there are two window handles. Now switching to the child window. So after switching, I am getting the current URL. What is the current URL? seleniumframework.com. Now see what happens. I am using this WebDriver quit instead of close. WebDriver close, it closed only this window, right? If you remember, WebDriver.close closed only this tab. But when I execute WebDriver.quit in place of close, see it quits complete WebDriver instance. Okay, so quit quits complete WebDriver instance, whereas close quits only one particular window or tab. So that is about close and quit. Okay. Now the next example is on alerts. How to deal with alerts? We'll change it back to okay. So in this page itself, there is an example of alert. So see this window. Okay. If I click on that, uh, it opened an alert. Until I acknowledge this alert, I cannot do any other action in this page. See, everything else got disabled. I need to acknowledge this, then only I'll get back to this page or control of this page. So even when I do manual testing, uh, first thing that I need to do after getting an alert is to acknowledge it. Only when you acknowledge this, you are allowed to do any other action. The same thing happens in case of automation too. So we'll copy. Okay, we'll change it to we'll name it alert test. Here there is no concept of window handles in case of alerts. Hmm. Here I need to locate this alert box. How to locate it? Using Firebug. So this has id. Okay, see, this element has id, so I can locate it using by id. Web element. So now I'll click that dot click. Okay, then let us see what happens until this point. We'll create a debug point here. Okay, so now we'll locate this alert button, then clicking on that, it has generated alert. Okay, until this point, you know what I'll do. I don't acknowledge that alert. Instead, I'll try to do something else in the page. Okay, uh, I would like to click on this some new browser tab button. Okay, this one. So just like that, I just want to click. I just want to do any other action on that page after getting alert without acknowledging that alert. If I try to do any action, let's see what happens. I will. Okay. So in the same test, after generating alert, we'll wait for some time for 2 seconds. Okay. After that, I am clicking on this. I am trying to interact with this um, element. Okay. There is another element in the page. I am just trying to interact with that. I'll run this. Let's see what happens. So it has opened the page. It's still opening that page. Okay, it generated alert. Okay, test case failed. Let's see why it failed. It has got some exception. See, see the message. Unexpected unhandled alert exception. That means we have, without handling that alert, we are trying to do some other action. That's why it has thrown this exception. Okay, I just want to show what happens when we proceed with doing some activity in the page without handling alert. Okay, this is what happens. Now what I'll do, it's time to um, handle that alert. How to handle that alert? Okay, again WebDriver dot switch to dot alert. See, there is this method. Okay, it returns an object of alert class. See here. Okay, what I will do, I will store it in this alert. I'll name this alert 1. Okay. Now we need to import this alert class. After that, alert 1 dot, we need to do either accept or dismiss. So this is called acknowledging that alert or handling that alert. So accept means, if you remember, in some kind of alerts you will get two options, one for accepting, one for dismissing or rejecting. So these two methods are uh, uh, simulate those two actions. If you accept, that is equivalent to clicking OK on that alert. If you dismiss, that is equivalent to clicking reject or no on that alert. Okay. So I'll do accept. Okay. Before accepting, I will try to get the alert message dot get text is there. Okay. It returns the text. I'll print that get text in console. Okay. So then I'll do alert.accept. We'll run this in debug mode again. This was previously open page. Okay. Okay. Now I clicked on that alert button. Then it has generated this alert. Now I am storing that alert into this alert object. So on that alert object, I am calling this get text method. See, get text give me, please share this website with your friends and in your organization. If you see that message here, please share this website with your friends and in your organization. So I am able to get text. So I can use this text for some testing. Okay. Then I am doing alert dot accept. See, it is equivalent to click OK. Alert got uh, closed. Now we can proceed with further actions. See, the next thing I did was just clicking on this new browser tab button. It opened new tab. Just wanted to show that once you acknowledge the alert, you can do or you can proceed with further tests or further actions. So similarly, alert dot accept alert one dot this has had a dismiss method too. So if you want to dismiss that alert, you can call this method. You can call either accept or dismiss. You cannot call both at a time. So this is about alerts. Okay, you need to switch to alert. Okay, then you can get text present in the alert. Then you can accept the alert or dismiss the alert. So lastly, dealing with iframes. So it is a little different from this dealing with windows and tabs. So it's not same as how we deal with windows and tabs. It is little different. So first of all, what are iframes? So iframes you can call web pages inside web pages. Okay. You know that any HTML page has head and body, one head and one body. Okay. Uh, when you use iframes, every iframe has its own head and its own body. If there are 10 iframes in base, every iframe will have its own head and its own body. That means every iframe itself is a web page again. So only thing is that you are dividing your web page, complete web page into some rectangles or squares. And so in that squares, you are actually putting another web page using these iframe tags. Okay, so that is completely different. Uh, I need an example of a page which has iframes. So this page doesn't have iframes. Iframe demo page. Okay, I'm searching for a page which has um, tutorial points point.com. No, not this one. One second. Okay, here I'll create a test. I will name it iframe test. Okay, then the page I want to open here is this page. Okay, so uh, I want to click on this image which is present in this second iframe. First I want to I locate this element. How to locate? So this image has class equal to this, and let's see whether it has any pattern http demo qa.com. Okay, we'll try to use file xpath if it has any. Okay, so it has given me this xpath. Okay, so what I will do, um, web element, I'll call that image element, and it has this xpath by dot xpath. This is the xpath expression. Now I want to click that image. Dot click. Let us see what happens. Okay. So now I'm trying to locate this element. See, it has thrown exception. It says that element is not found. See, no such element exception. Why? Because even though that element is present in this space, okay, but it is present in a iframe. Okay, so if you want to access any element present in an iframe, how to do that is, first we need to switch to that iframe. Okay, so let me first switch to that iframe. How to switch? So before, after opening the page, before we actually want to locate the element, since that element is present in an iframe, first we need to switch to that iframe, then do whatever actions that we need to do. WebDriver dot, again we need to use switch to dot frame. See, there are three methods. Okay, so for first method, integer is the argument. For second method, string is the argument. For third method, um, frame is the argument. That is, web element is the argument. Dot frame. Okay, so I'll pass one here. So here basically we are passing index. So you can locate element or switch to element using the index, or by ID or name, or by web element. So there are three ways in which you can switch to that frame. So first, what is an index? See, in a web page, if there are three frames, by default in the order they are present in the web page, they are given index. So first iframe will be located using the index 0, second 1, third 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So since this is second iframe present in this space, since index starts with 0, I need to give 1. So then it will switch to that frame. Now I have now I have switched to this complete frame. Now whatever action I want to do on this page, I can do it now. Now I am trying to locate this element in which is present in this frame, then clicking that element. Let us run this. Previously, when we did not switch to that frame, we couldn't, or we found we got this no such element exception. Now it should not throw that no such element exception. Okay, see, see, we just clicked on that image. Okay, it has arranged actually when open to WebDriver. Okay, see, it has clicked on that image. If you see, so it has happened something like this. Okay, so this time we did not get any exception because we switched to that iframe in which this element is present, then trying to locate that element. Okay, so this is as simple as that. So only there are multiple ways of switching to iframe. First way is using index. Second way is using, let's see whether this iframe has any. If I go back to HTML, see, uh, see, iframe has ID if2. Okay, I can pass, and iframe has name, ID, width, left, name have, okay, so I can locate it this. Okay, then also, so I can use index, then ID or name, which is string. The third way is to uh, you through web element itself. That means this iframe, even though it's a frame inside a page, or it's a web page again inside a web page, that complete thing is an element, web element in this page, right? So since that is an element, we can identify that element like any other element. How to do that? Suppose WebDriver iframe element equal to, sorry, web element equal to WebDriver dot find element by dot, it has identifier. So see, this iframe has where is this iframe? It has id equal to if2, name equal to iframe2. So I can use by id or by name, like how we locate any other element. Suppose by id equal to if2, right? Now I can pass this web element to this frame. Now this means we want to switch to the frame which is identified using this web element. Okay, so these are the three ways of switching to a iframe. First is by index, by name or id, by web element. Now once after switching to the iframe, so this is my iframe, I do some action here. Just I am trying to click. Suppose if there are multiple fields, I fill some value in it, click submit, and then come back to the parent page or the page and do some action in the page. Suppose if I want to click on this tutorial or training, these links, then since you already switched to the iframe element, now you have to, so okay, so this is the order. First switch to iframe. Okay, here how we switch to iframe, then do steps in iframe. Okay, once you are done with doing all the actions inside the iframe, then time to switch back to parent window. Okay, what is the parent window? This complete page itself is nothing but the parent window. This is one iframe, this is one iframe. So first you suppose when you open this page in your WebDriver, you have the control of this complete parent window, not the iframes. Then if you want to do any action in an iframe, you have to explicitly switch to the iframe that we just have seen how to switch to that. After switching to that iframe, do actions whatever you want. Then it's time to get back to your parent window. Here switch back to parent window. How to switch back to parent window? That is WebDriver dot switch to dot default content. This is the method used to switch to parent window. So when you switch to, okay, when you switch to iframe and after doing some actions in iframe, when you want to get back to the parent window, this is the method that you want to call. Okay, default content, WebDriver dot switch to dot default content. Then you will get the control of the parent window. Then you can proceed with the normal other actions that you want to perform on the parent window. Okay, so this is driver dot switch to default content. So in case of iframe, two things that you need to um, remember. One is switching to iframe. Okay, you can switch using the number that is index. If that iframe has name or id associated with it, you can pass that as a string. Third one is you can locate that iframe like any other web element, then pass that web element object to that frame method, switch to that frame method. Okay, this is one. Once you switch to frame, after that you do activities whatever you want to do, that type of locate some elements, click some buttons, fill some fields, so whatever actions like this you can do. Then after that you have to switch back to your parent window. How to do that? This is using driver dot switch to default control. This is about alert iframes. Okay, so today we discussed about windows, tabs, alerts and iframes. In all these things, what is common thing? WebDriver dot switch to method is common to all these things. That means if you want to perform any action on these things like new window, new tab, new alert, new any iframe, first thing you need to do is first you need to switch to them, do some action, then after that you have to switch back to your parent window. So you just remember this logic. Okay, we'll stop our class here.